It was a game that you kind of worked your way back into there in the second half, but it just seemed like one of those frustrating nights where shots didn't drop, or all of a sudden there was just the old lack of concentration, they were able to get away again.
Yeah, look, I think Melbourne's got really good talent and depth, and you know, when you're playing those teams, you got to come ready to play, and you have to be prepared to play for 40 minutes. Like, you know, yeah, we didn't shoot the ball well, but I felt we didn't share the ball well either. So we dug our own grave, and you know, it's just uncharacteristic of how we played. It's not the group of lads I coach.
And how much did it hurt losing Angus Random on obviously having a big boo in the middle?
Look, it's always a challenge when you got to deal with abrupt changes to your roster that's been stable, and we certainly have had those challenges. And I thought Angus was playing his best basketball in the Kings uniform on the other night before he hurt himself, and we were getting a nice rhythm from the interior offensively. So I was quite excited until he did his knee. You know, hurt his knee, I should correct. We don't know what it is. We don't think it's serious. But yeah, it's hurt. You know, you could see Josh is a bit underdone. You know, he'll be better for it, and you know, the guys had a hard swing of games. You know, and this is the league.
Did you feel like the energy level was low?
Yes.
In the first couple of periods, and the other thing I'm asking is because what you've built and what you're trying to build is around hard work and accountability, and as far as the culture was concerned. It seemed like it was very uncharacteristic of this team in a lot of the effort areas. You know, things like hard closeouts to the three-point shooters weren't happening. And as you talked about not sharing the ball, I mean, it was kind of uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I was disappointed with how we played.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed how we didn't stick together. You know, when Melbourne pushed away at the end, and you know, it's a good challenge for us. You know, we've had adversity with our roster changing, and you're playing good teams, and you know, you've got to concentrate and execute to give yourself a shot to win.
Kind of been vying with them for fourth spot for much of the last few weeks. They've got a little bit of a gap now. Is that how much of a growing concern is that?
You know what, I think we've got to stop worrying about finals. I think we've got to get back to playing, you know, what made us attractive to watch. And that was, you know, sharing the ball, high energy, having a go on D, playing together on D. And we didn't do that. You know, we've got to bounce back. That's what we have to do now. And that's the challenge of dealing with adversity. It's going to reveal your character. So we've got to really step up.
You made some changes to the lineup in the last couple of weeks. Is that something you'll continue to explore to sort of get the right?
You know, the one thing I won't do is change. I thought Kendrick was solid for a little bit of that game. I think he'll be good coming off the bench for us, the back stretch. He can play either role, and he certainly gives a bit of punch, take some pressure off him too. But I don't actively look to tinker. You know, tonight was out of necessity with the late withdrawal of Angus, and you know, reaction like that. You know, so anyway, you know, we've got to stay strong and be together.
With Angus, what happened? Was it something you picked up at training? Or?
No, he hurt himself in the third quarter against Townsville. Just twisted it a bit, his knee, and we've just got to check it out. And we'll see how it is. We're not panicking, you know, at any means. The doctors, but it was quite sore today. He started off the day well, but he hurt at the shoot around, so we just got to manage it.
And I know obviously the three-point shooting stat stands out in the bad sense. Was it just down to a bad night of the office?
Yeah, I think a combination. I don't think we shot the ball well, but I also think we played, you know, selfishly, and you know, we didn't. You know, when we got it to the third side, so when we got two good ball swings, we looked good, and that helped us, and we talked about it, and you know, we just weren't locked in with timeouts or anything tonight.
the second consecutive home game where you've had to come from a big margin. I'm thinking back throughout the season, you certainly had to come back a lot of times in the second half after being behind either in double digits or close to double digits in the first half. How is the team going to address that issue so you don't have to recover and make those big comebacks in the second half?
That's a good point. You know, we have had some great wins from coming from behind, but it's a good league. You got to keep in mind that, you know, the league's pretty tight, and there's a lot of good teams, and no one takes anybody lightly. For us, it's getting better and growing as a group, just being tougher and more disciplined. That's pretty much in essence of the issues we've got to deal with, just being tougher and more disciplined with it.
So why are they playing selfishly? Why aren't they working as a team?
I think the changes of the roster. I think guys want to win at times too much, and they forget about, you know, they get lost in trying to make plays instead of just relaxing and let the system work. And when we did that, we were good in the third. I felt we looked really good. And yeah, there's a lot of blokes disappointed with the way they went about it in the change room right now.
Are you going to give them a stir talking to?
If I have, that time's come and gone. So, but you know, they're men, and they're proud, and they've had some really good results this year, and we've got to find a way to get back to that cohesiveness that we had, and I'm sure it's there.
So you think it's youthful pride?
No, I just think we lost our way tonight.
Jason Key in the fourth quarter was having some strong words with you at the scene.
No, not at all.
What was he upset about?
I was just frustrated, just with the way things were going on the floor with the communication. You know, he was just conveying that to me, but it wasn't anything between me and him. He was just passionate.
I guess this week has been quite. I guess this last couple of weeks has been quite disruptive in the sense that you've been uncertain about whether Josh was going to play the last 3 or 4 games. You've had Angus obviously uncertain for tonight and not playing. You've had to make quite a few adjustments. I guess what will be this week be about for yourself in the lead up to the Crocodiles game?
Well, I haven't coached at this level, but I've coached long enough to know not to change anything. You know, we've got to, if anything, we've got to get back to simplifying and just execution. And it's things just getting the floor spots quicker on offense. You know, I felt when we pushed the tempo a little bit, it helped us. We were a bit slow getting into O in the first half. So things like that. That's an example. That's one that's at the.
It seems nice in that third quarter. I think the most efficient time of the game offensively was when you were able to move the ball faster and quickly get the fast breaks and stuff like that. Is that something you'll try and work more into your game?
Yeah, just pushing the ball. That's what I meant, Warren, before, about just playing a little bit up tempo and a bit quicker, getting the ball in bounds, and you know.
Great.
Thanks, guys.